Hi there, and welcome back. This is episode 295. Today, I'd like to introduce you to another of my favorite writers. Someone whose name you are probably not familiar with. Erich Fried. I learned of him from one of my teachers in college back in Germany. A little about Fried. Erich Fried was an Austrian-born poet, writer, and translator. He initially became known to a broader public in both Germany and Austria for his political poetry, and then later for his love poems. As a writer, he mostly wrote plays and short novels. He also translated works by different English writers from English into German, most notably by William Shakespeare. He was born in Vienna, Austria, but fled to England after the annexation of Austria by Nazi Germany in 1938, and then the murder of his father by the Gestapo. He settled in London, where he adopted British nationality. He arranged for his mother to leave Nazi-occupied Austria, as well as helping many other Jews to come to the UK. He was part of a left-wing immigrant movement for a while, and then he married 3 times and had children with each wife while beginning to publish his work. He also worked as a political commentator for the BBC German service. He published several volumes of poetry as well as radio plays and a novel. His work was sometimes controversial because it openly communicated support for left-wing causes. His work was mainly published in the West, but in 1969 a selection of his poetry was published in the German Democratic Republic, where I grew up. Most Western writing was verboten in communist East Germany, but I suspect that due to Fried's support of the leftist movement, he was considered as acceptable for our eyes and ears. He died in 1988 in West Germany, and there's even an Austrian literary prize that is named after him, the Erich Fried Prize. I want to share 2 poems with you today. The first one is titled What It Is. We often use the phrase, it is what it is. But what does it stand for? Fried shows us in this poem that there are 2 ways of looking at the world. One through our ego, and one through the eyes of love. Seeing things for what they are means accepting them and loving them just as they are, even if they are difficult. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. It's a reminder that we can never get enough of. What it is. It is nonsense, says reason. It is what it is, says love. It's calamity, says calculation. It's nothing but pain, says fear. It's hopeless, says insight. It is what it is, says love. It's ludicrous, says pride. It's foolish, says caution. It is impossible, says experience. It is what it is, says love. The second poem that I want to share with you may be my favorite love poem. You see, I don't have many. I don't know why. I'm just not a huge love poem fan. But you'll see why this poem is different. It's a poem that carries all my wishes and dreams for a partner and a friend at the same time. It spells out exactly what I feel in my heart. It is, I admit, best case scenario. But hey, we should always strive for the best. So here it is, the best way, in my opinion, to describe love. Love. I love you, not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you. I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heaped up heart and passing over all the foolish, weak things that you can't help dimly seeing there, and for drawing out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else has looked quite far enough to find. I love you because you are helping me to make of the lumber of my life not a tavern, but a temple. out of the works of my everyday, not a reproach, but a song. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it, without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means, after all. Much love, my friends, and may all of you have someone like this in your life. Until next time.